What's going on, guys? Wesley here. Today, Arcraiders just released Shrouded Sky. Patch number 1.17.0 showcases a brand new locked room that you can actually get into by completing a puzzle. Now, there are multiple requirements on Dam Battlegrounds for you to actually be able to complete this, and you can get some of the rarest loot in the game. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to do it in just a few minutes. So if you want to support me for free, no cost at all, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more. So with all that being said, here's the requirements for this method. First of all, you're going to need to go over to the area that is controlled access zone. This is a red zone. You can easily run with Phil's squad or bring some friends in. You are going to need 4 players total, but don't fret or click off the video. I'm going to show you how you can easily get everything that is required for this method. Now, this locked room has a ton of crazy loot. You can easily get some great rolls, especially in night raids. So here's how it works. There is one final door that requires a random assortment of items. However, I have the list. It is growing and there is likely 1 or 2 more items that you could possibly get, but I ran about 6 or 7 games just to figure out what items you could possibly need. But don't worry, because you can possibly find it in this area or around the map, but bringing in these items right here will actually help you out in case it's required. 3 wires, 3 arc power cells, 1 motor, 1 industrial battery, 1 arc performance steel, and 3 batteries. Those are all possible items that could be in this combination of items that unlock the last door. That may seem super complicated to you, but a lot of people have this stuff in their stash. You throw it in your safe pockets, head into a game, and come over to this controlled access zone. And there's 2 different ways that you can get in, really 3. You can jump in like a badass like I did right here, but there's also a ladder right by, and then on the backside there's also this broken little staircase kind of shaft that you can jump up and keep trying. Now, once you are in, there's likely going to be multiple different turrets. Just make sure that you take them out, and then the very first step to this puzzle is you are going to need to find one of those batteries that you see lying on the ground. You can see there's a box right here to deposit at. All you want to do is go to the bottom, go to the back side, just search around until you find it. It should be the 2-hander that you have to carry, and you kind of slowly carry up. I've found it in multiple different places, including all the way in the back on the bottom floor. If you go up the zip line and jump into this little opening right here, which actually turns out to be the back side of the secret room you're about to unlock for super rare loot, you can easily get this, drop it down, and just bring it over here. It might take you a minute. This is the longest portion of this method. Once you have deposited that, here is where you are going to need 4 total players. That's right, you're going to need to recruit someone who is not on your team, and that is super easy to do. Let's hop into exactly how you unlock this final door and get all the rarest loot right after a quick word from today's sponsor. Do you want to get unlimited blueprints, materials, and coins instantly? Well, you need to check out MitchCactus. They're the absolute biggest and most reliable in arcraiders, and whether you're looking to increase your level to max or help with raids or quests, they got you covered. Everything is completely safe and legit for Xbox, PS5, and PC, and they are super trusted by the community. You may have seen them all over YouTube, and that's for good reason. Now, with over 20,000 reviews and thousands of personalized vouchers, they're the go-to for all things arcraiders. Make sure you use code XMB for 5% off. So here are the final 2 steps. So there are going to be buttons spread out through this main shaft that you actually entered at the beginning of this puzzle. Now, there's going to need to be 4 players that press the buttons at the same time. So your recruited random or team is going to have to help you out. Now, here's a button right here. You can see another player to my left, and I'm going to explain exactly where all of these buttons might be. Once you have pressed all 4 at the same time, this door over here with the lights above it will actually light up all 4 green symbols, and it should open. Here are 2 spots that you could possibly see buttons at. They should all be on the staircases. Another one is always in the office up top, so there's easy places for you to find it. You can also find one over here by the pillar like I clicked. Now, once you are through this, here is where you're going to need those random possible items. It's just a possible combination of certain items. I think there's a limit here. I don't think that it's absolutely random, obviously, but you can easily find some of those items around. For example, I actually needed a motor this time. I went up into the front office and I breached that container and found a motor. Now, unfortunately, the game is super buggy right now as usual. I wasn't able to actually use the motor. I dropped it onto the ground and then it disappeared, completely wasting my time. That was like 20 or 30 minutes. And keep in mind, this was like my 5th or 6th time just trying to open this room. Now, the only reason for that is because we're so early. So I wanted to give you guys a full encompassing tutorial. But once you have all the items to actually input into that that device, you are good to go. You will unlock the room, and there is so much in here, guys. There's container after container, there is weapon cases everywhere, but just keep in mind, everything is always an RNG roll. What I mean by that is you always have a chance of not getting much loot. So if you do this method and you go into the room and there's just not that much, don't fret or say that this isn't a good method, because trust me guys, you are in a red zone. If you do this in a night raid, you're gonna have a high chance of getting blueprints. Easily make your way out by going back to the main shaft and then taking the ladder straight out. And congratulations, you have completed the latest hard puzzle. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe for more, and comment down below the letter W if you want to support me for absolutely free. Thank you guys to my existing subscribers, and I'll catch you in the next one.